as you guys know, you can watch The Matrix Resurrections at home on HBO Max. What you might not know is that you can do so affordably on a Hisense S-Class 50-inch 4K TV at a good price. I'll put a link down below to it, but check this out. This is the best part. This is the best part. Alfred, bring me the Batmobile. Alfred buys Bruce the Batmobile. That's not exactly what I said, Alfred. Fuck! But still, you get what I mean. When you get this, you also get a year free of a year free of Peacock subscription service. A whole year. Shit, that pays for like a third of the TV or something, I think. I don't know, I'm not good at math. I'm a YouTuber. It's got a voice control remote, Netflix. It'll pull up whatever you want. Just press the little button, no more typing things that you don't have to deal with. Comes with easy access to all your streaming stuff. You can make a my list of all your movies, TV shows. Thank you, Hisense, for sending us this 4K TV. I'll put a link below where you guys can get it affordably. Hey guys, welcome back to We Watch Movie. I'm Mike.
I'm Jay.
And this is our review, spoiler-free, for Matrix Resurrections. Is it The Matrix
Resurrections? Yeah, Resurrections.
Resurrections.
You know, that title alone probably tells you it's going to be a big bowl of creamy shit. Well, you know, the first thing is, I was not like super duper excited about watching it to begin with, so I didn't go in with a lot of expectations. I watched it this morning. It was released on HBO Max at 3 on Eastern Standard Time. Got done with it. What I want to say about it real quick is, it's still creamy shit, but it's better than Matrix 3. I will give it that. It's better than Matrix 3. At least it held my attention better because Matrix 3 was just a bunch of, you know, it was real quick. And I mean, it was a long movie, but I've always felt like Matrix 3 was like, boom, boom. Thank you, ma'am. Thanks for the good fucking, and we'll see you later. This one at least tried to explain some things a little bit more, but dude, I will say I did read a review about this before I saw the movie, and the meta shit did give me a headache. Like sometimes it was like, God damn, I need a fucking Excedrin.
Yeah. Well, see, dude, I was really excited to watch this shit. Like, you know, we've talked about it on the channel multiple times. Like, I saw that trailer and I was like, it was doing its whole in your hair. I was like,
yeah,
hell
that was great.
yeah,
Rabbit,
that's
yeah.
fucking go today. I'm ready for it. And then Keanu Reeves with this weird like, when he gets blown up in that explosion, he's like he moves in a way only Keanu Reeves could. I was really pumped for it, dude. I thought it was going to be awesome. I thought it felt fresh. It felt new. They got far enough away from the expectation that now it was time they could actually do something really cool again. Because as you know, I hate this. I hate both sequels. I think both sequels are bad. I know some people,
is pretty rough.
Yeah, some people love them, man. Some people love them, but for me, The Matrix is all about the first Matrix movie, and specifically, my favorite part's the first half of the Matrix movie.
Yeah.
And that's what I loved about this one. But here's the thing: like, I did not like either sequel, and I know some people love both sequels, but I did not. That's why I was excited for this one, was because I thought it could be fresh and new, but it was not. So the first half of the movie, I liked. Like the first half of the 1990s, like the 90s Matrix, I loved. You know, that's my favorite part of the whole movie. It's when he's a normal guy and he doesn't know who he is or what he's supposed to be doing.
Before he gets the Jesus Christ powers.
Yeah. The whole finding out that the red pill, blue pill thing, like all that was just groundbreaking and amazing. And it was one of the greatest movies of all time. And then, you know, you do this movie and they kind of, and this is spoiler free, but they kind of do it all over again. Like you can gather that from the trailers.
100%. Well, no, yeah, they do. There's a lot of, their attempt to, they were trying to make it as fan serviceable as possible. And I think to bring in the old fans, they were doing a lot of it. But when they do that, it's a fine line when they do that, but because they literally repeat it themselves, rinse and repeat from the first Matrix movie. So I mean and they literally there's scenes that are recreated. I know it's on, when you see the movie, you'll know it's on purpose, but still it was like, I was like, shit, man. Like I've already seen the first movie. I already know what happened. And then on top of that, they have sometimes the flashbacks didn't even, I mean, there's flashbacks in this, and to me it felt cheap. Like those flashbacks just felt like they were just, they almost felt like they were thrown in after they got the movie done. Like they were like, oh, we got to throw these little flashbacks in for some, like someone did that in post edit. But Yeah, the acting was fun. Well, no, I got to be honest. Some of the acting was really shit. Some of it was just goddamn garbage.
I thought
And I know that you guys
the
are
main
expecting,
players were great. I thought.
yeah, the dude that plays the new Morpheus in it, the guy from Candyman, he was all right, but he was hit or miss with me. Sometimes he would do shit, and I'm like, that's pretty good. And then sometimes I'm like, God damn, you need to go back to acting school because that's worse than a soap opera's asshole. Because it just came all. I mean, because he felt like he was trying to do Lawrence Fishburne, but he was just doing too much trying to do Lawrence Fishburne, and then it became a parody.
And that guy Abdul Mateen, he's a really good actor. Like I've never seen him be bad in anything, but I think it was awkward when he was trying to exactly copy Morpheus's style.
And then Neil Patrick Harris, I got to be honest, dude, I did not fucking like him.
Really?
I did it first, and then when he started like saying lingo like that's super sick cool, I'm like, holy shit, dude, it sounds like a goddamn Transformers cartoon. Like, and dude, and I got to be honest, also, because the first Matrix movie was like mind bending, it was crazy, it was weird, it was awesome, it was never seen anything like it before. And then, it got watered down as time went on because it was so cool. The first one, they were never going to live up to what the first one did. But in this one, I felt sometimes they went full ham, dude. Like it felt like Men in Black sometimes, like with the quirky, dude, there's we can't give away the spoilers, but there's certain moments in this movie where, like, you know, those little alien things in Man in Black where they're drinking coffee all the time. There's like a fucking robot machine, and they do a fist bump, go pow. And I'm like, oh god, dude! I rolled my eyes so hard I broke Jupiter because when I saw that, I was like, this fucking is dumb. And there's a goddamn machine that looks like a flying stingray Disney with big googly eyes named Kajuka. Like it's literally named as Kajuka. It's got like real sweet eyes and it floats around and it looks like a cartoon stingray.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what the shit is this? Because I mean, but you know, and then so dude, like I said, it's a fun ride. It's a fun ride, and I think I don't know. I'm not gonna say everybody's gonna enjoy it. At least you get another Matrix movie is all I'm gonna say. But it felt like Elon Musk explaining all the weird technology behind the goddamn car that you just bought, the Tesla. And you're really just saying, I just want to drive the motherfucker. Like, I don't care about how it works.
Exactly. Well, and that's the thing. Like, and I did not like it, dude. I did not have a good time with this. Like, and you know, I was pumped for it. I thought it was going to be good.
I was watching it though, and I knew when I watched it, I was like, there's no goddamn way that you come away going, that was awesome.
Well, some people have. Like, it's got I'm pretty sure it's getting mostly positive reception. But I just say the reason I say that is because I want everybody to know who's watched this. We both went in with the same. Like with completely opposite takes. Jay thought it was going to be a big old frozen chunk of poopy, and I thought it was going to be fucking awesome from the trailer.
Yeah, I thought it was going to be a space peanut.
And you were right, but that just shows you we came in with two opposite points of view. But let me just really quick say why. Number one, they just never fucking had it, man. They never had the magic. Like what they do. Yeah, with him in and again, the beginning is my favorite because they find a way to redo that stuff, and like even though some of it was redundant, Neo. As Mr. Anderson, as a human being, and this doesn't give anything away. You saw this in the trailer, trying to make his way through life. He's seeing a therapist. He's depressed, like something's off, something's wrong, and he's trying to figure out what's wrong and why he doesn't fit in this world and what's going on.
Sounds like Bill Gates.
But like that's the stuff I connected to, and then to be drawn into this whole mythical crazy world. The problem is in the first movie, those were all new goddamn ideas. So like, and I was with him like when he was struggling as a human being. That's the most I connected with the movie. That's the most I liked. That I really liked the stuff they did with that. When they did kind of that montage, remember when he's like and he's taking the pill in the bathroom, and they did the montage with the song and all that.
Oh yeah,
my favorite, best part of the fucking movie, dude. Yeah. That was great. I thought. Like I think we can all see ourselves in that guy, but. That's why we connect to him in the original movie. But in the original movie, what follows is all these cool, brand new fucking original ideas that blow your goddamn mind and leave you wanting fucking more. And this, they give you the exact same. It leads into the exact same thing. And in the first movie, what you got then, so they hit you with this personal story, right? And then they hit you with these cool ideas, and then they hit you with these great, amazing fucking action scenes with never before seen stunts and all this. And then after that action scene, then they slow down and they start to explain things to you. Yeah. This one didn't. It did the same thing. It slowed down. And then it tried to start explaining shit, but they didn't earn it. They did one action scene, the one that you saw on the trailer where they were on the train or whatever. Yeah. They did that action scene, and then they go directly into explanation. I'm like, you guys didn't earn it. That was underwhelming. Like
even when they did explain, about the new kind of control mechanism they've got in this Matrix now, where it's they call them swarms, or I can't remember. They're like fucking zombies now. I don't know. I felt that was dumb. And then
Very
they did
zombie-ish.
they did. Well, yeah. Well, the train scene alone was like train for Busan, or Train from Busan. Like it was exactly the same.
yeah.
Not as good of a fucking movie, not even close,
No.
but kind of like that. And then then I can't say because there's so much I want to say, but they rehashed some certain people, and I'm like, and they rehashed them with a different look about them, and I'm like, it's not the same. They're not even the same caliber of an actor. And I'm not talking about Morpheus. I'm talking about there's another person that plays a very pivotal character in the movie opposite Neo. And I think that some of you that know the story will know what I'm talking about. He's not the same. It's not the same caliber of an actor. And I felt like that was lazy, and I felt that was uninspired. And I felt bored about that because I was like, well, I've heard this story before. Like I've seen this shit before. And like, honestly,
like that guy though.
Huh?
I did like that guy.
I just didn't like the fact what they were doing with the character. I felt like the character had already served its purpose, and now it's just lazy. And I know he's a cool villain. I shouldn't have said that, but he's a cool character. But it's not one of those characters that needs to come back and have any part of the story. And then the ending of the movie, I got to be honest, dude, like it was the most hippity dippity fucking, goddamn Mary Poppins bullshit I've ever seen. Mary Sue my asshole all the way to the bank. Cause I was like, dude, this is so goddamn dumb. There's even and it was like Keanu Reeves forgot how to act in certain, like there's a scene at the very end of the movie where a certain character is beating up on another character, and Keanu Reeves is just hanging in the back going, ooh. Like he's fucking. If you guys have ever seen the movie Sidekicks with Chuck Norris, there's a scene where he and it's just a corny ass scene where Chuck Norris goes ooh after the kid's punching the villain or whatever, and they zoom in on his face. It looks like shit. But I always feel, what I felt like they did was they backed themselves into a corner in a box because they had, I guess, a general idea of where they wanted to go, but then they lost the thread somewhere along after the 40-minute mark. And then they were like, well, we'll just go back to what works. We'll just go back to the same shit that works, and we'll do the same thing that we did in Revolutions and I can't remember the last one. But I mean, again, I think it's better than the third one. I do. I mean, the third one's it's not setting a high bar, but
I actually prefer to both sequels because to me it's a reboot of the first fucking movie. A lot of it is like that. I don't have anything to connect to those sequels to. For one, I've never given a fuck about what goes on in Zion and all this other shit like that. Like, I'm sorry, when they left in both the other movies too. When
you
they
don't
left,
say that. You don't say that.
I know people love it. Like I know I'm in the minority here, but I never cared about that. Like that, the whole war underground, all that stuff like that. Like I was really into the fact that, hey, our reality's not real. That was enough for me. I didn't need the whole war back, all that stuff going on. And they go back to that too. And then they have this one character who's like a leader of a group, she is like so fucking boring and
that's annoying. She, you know what? Because she's annoying. She's annoying half the time, and her character development doesn't even fucking make sense. Like, why are you so against everything? You know what happens.
I know. It's like your friend who doesn't want to do anything. Like anywhere you take them, they're like, I don't like fucking tacos. Yeah. It's like, where do you want to go? I don't know where we're here. Might as well eat fucking tacos.
They're always negative about everything. Yeah, I was like, I don't know if you guys like you take that bitch to Disney World. She's like, I don't know if you guys knew this, but last year there were more deaths in amusement parks than anywhere else. I'm like, oh well, I guess we'll never take you fucking negative,
like
Nancy.
Disney, but I like 90s Disney. Like this Disney sucks.
Well, she annoyed me because it was like, I get what you're doing. You're a familiar face, and it's kind of cool because it's all connecting, but at the same time, it's like, why? Because your character doesn't make sense. You know everything that happened,
and we had to go all the way back through the nobody believes in me. I don't know if I believe in me. Like we did this, like we did this dance, like the other stuff was cool because at least you're bringing us back and there's some nostalgia. But then when you get into the meat of the story and like, oh damn, we got to go through the storyline again. I've already seen this happen. We have to watch it happen again.
Another thing that like just made my dick shrivel up into almost a vagina is at the end of the movie when they try to they recreate the ending of the first one pretty much, but again it's so goddamn but they also changed the fucking music. It's not even the original band. Wake Up.
And then like the ending song. I won't say what it is. I'll let you guys be surprised by it. But the ending song, I'm pretty sure in the original
I might have already spoiled it. That's Wake Up.
Oh, okay. The original song was
from Rage Against the Machine. Yeah.
It's okay. It was Rage Against the Machine song, and like when he flies off. Yeah. In the original, he flies off, and then that fucking hits, and you're like,
that's
man, this
badass.
is 90s.
Yeah. And then they changed the fucking music.
That song, it sounds like
garbage.
It's like the shitty version of that song. it's like a shitty fucking local band covered that song at a poetry gathering.
Yeah,
like,
dude, it was like
awful.
the Kids Bop version of it.
Yeah,
I heard it. I was like, because I heard the music start. I'm like, oh, cool. And then it was like, what the, is that Amy Lee? Like, it was so fucking stupid. I was like, why did you, Rage Against the Machine, that song is classic and great and awesome, and it didn't need to be changed.
Yeah.
But for whatever reason, I felt like sometimes they change things just to change them. Like, you didn't need to change. If you're already going to go to the nostalgic route, why not keep it in kind of the nostalgic vein and not change things to a degree where it's so stupid? But yeah, overall, there are some cool action moments. And the more I'm talking about, the more pissed off I'm getting about it. So my rating is dropping further and further down to the barometer of no. So I'm just gonna go ahead and say this. Maybe I don't like this better than the third one. Maybe I was lying, because the more I'm thinking about it, the more the less I'm pleased with what my memories are telling me, with what I enjoyed with the movie. Like, because I'm the Disney-fied dude. You guys understand when you guys see the movie. First off, when I say there's Men in Black attempts at comedy in this, I mean, it's no doubt. You can watch the fucking thing and see it. And then literally there is a flying Disney-fied stingray thing that's a machine that's called Kajukok or something that tries to help him. And it's stupid.
It's a brave little toaster.
Yeah. I'm going to give it, you know what? I'm going to give it a 6.0 now. I was going to give it a little, honestly, I was at a 7.5 until I started talking about it. And the more I got it, I feel like we had a therapy session. And I feel like what's happened is I had a breakthrough. And I was like, yes, I didn't ask for that bitch to dump me. I dumped her. Yeah, I feel like a 6.0 is fair. It's above average. It's above average.
It's a 6. That's exactly what I was going to give it to. And I flirted with 5.5. Like, I really did flirt with it because, like, it made me so angry at points. And let me just say real quick what I really did like about the movie. Again, I said this already. I loved Keanu Reeves struggling with his humanity, with his life. I thought that was done beautifully. I thought they had some interesting ideas there. Yeah. I love the stuff between him and Trinity. I thought it was really good. I thought it was.
By the way, she's in the movie.
Right. Yeah, you saw that in the trailer, but I thought that was all heartfelt. That was all well done. I liked the acting in the movie for the most part. And then also, I thought there's a storyline there where they kind of say I'm trying to think of how to say it without giving it away, but they say something kind of there's a cool thread that they don't really hold on to in there where they say something like, the more we torture you, the more productive you are as a race.
That made sense. That was actually pretty cool how they explained that.
Yeah, then there's little tiny threads, but none of it actually like hooks. Like, none of it sticks in. Like, it never continues. It's never able to carry the football. It always fumbles it before it gets to the goal line.
Sounds like Green Bay.
Shut up! You don't say that.
Yeah.
But ultimately though, like, yeah, man, it did not. It just got. I cannot believe how boring it was. Like, I was so fucking bored, dude.
Yeah,
and the action
surprising.
Like, there's an ending action sequence, and there's some pretty cool stuff. There's
so much CGI. So much CGI.
Yeah. Well, and we mentioned there's a zombie sequence. Like, you'll know what I'm talking about when it's like, like, I thought that was cool.
Yeah. That was a decent attempt, but I mean, I feel like they overused it. They oversaturated it.
Yeah, that was cool. That was a cool thread, though. I like that idea. And then what I really hate is they add this new, for some reason, like the action just sucks in this movie. Like, the action scenes are not good.
Yeah.
Like, the fighting scenes are weak, dude. So, like, you remember in the original when he's fighting Mr. Smith, Agent Smith, and there's a scene where they like go to the gut punch.
That's
like,
badass. Yeah.
He spits up blood.
They try to recreate it. Yeah.
They do that scene here for a second, like something, not with those two, but just with two people. But there's a fight scene where literally someone goes to do that, and Keanu Reeves hits him, and dude, it looks like he goes, like, he doesn't even look like he's hitting people hard.
Well, and then
it's so weak. The what do you call it? The choreography of the fighting was terrible. I felt.
Maybe Keanu couldn't move the same way that he used to be. He's no
you
longer the
John
one.
Wick.
No, I know, but maybe he didn't want to do that. Those guys, I know kung fu. Maybe he doesn't want to do that anymore. I don't know.
The biggest disappointment. The fight scenes were bad.
Yeah, well, and there's also like, I liked Keanu was fine. I mean, but sometimes it was really like, I don't know, when it slowed down and he actually had to start like super acting. I was like, damn, Keanu, like, if you just don't want to do it, just don't show up today.
I
Like,
thought he was great in the first
no,
half.
because
I mean,
sometimes he would say like he would drop his you class like there's one-liners that he'll drop like I still know kung fu. I'm like stop.
oh yeah,
Just don't say shit like that. Like just keep your mouth closed. But it's like you don't need to point out how cool you are. We already know how cool you are. But yeah, I don't know, man. And then there's one thing that's introduced into it. Like while certain ideas are they're fun and that they could have gone somewhere they didn't. So while that part was enjoyable and it was nice to get to see Keanu Reeves and the actress that plays Trinity back in their roles, and that was neat. That was a splash of nostalgic on the old ball sack, and I liked it a lot. The only thing I didn't like was they introduced. First off, and I'm not saying they did. Maybe they did. I don't know. I felt like Keanu Reeves in a lot of ways was like was nerfed in this. Like he was made to be like pussified or watered down. Like because I understand why, because he can't just automatically be the Messiah and just do. But I was like, but when things start going and he like if it jogs something in his mind, maybe he'll come back to what he was. And he's like, oh, he's not Neo anymore. I was like, come on, guys, like this is fucking stupid. Like I don't get it. And and then they introduced this one thing which I was like, ooh. Apparently there's a Wonder Twin power activation. And if there's a Wonder Twin power activation, it makes them like use Duracell batteries instead of Energizer. Like if these two are in the same, like it's just like literally touch hands and there's a fucking explosion of goddamn mythic proportions. I'm like, this is stupid.
You know what I hate worse than anything is the new and they try to insert new original ideas into this, but they're all just like they're like expansion packs. A couple of them are cool ideas, most of them aren't. And then like when they do, you know what I'm talking about when he's like,
oh yeah, dude, yeah, that
like
what
the
magic,
fuck?
the magicals,
like
the magicals. It looked like Doctor Strange shit.
You just take the kung fu and like the fighting and the cool shit out of the movie when he just has this invisible shield and he just walks around pushing people.
That's all it was.
Like,
yeah, literally, that's one of the new powers, and that's not giving much away. Keanu Reeves has a new power now where he doesn't have to really hit anybody. He could just use the goddamn air to knock you around. It's like this bitch. Yeah, it was like he was using his inner chi just because he didn't want to do leg day for the choreography, and he was like, "Yeah, I'll just do this, and I'll fucking knock people around." Like, you know what it was? It was like using the Force in the Star Wars movies where they just like force push somebody. But even Anakin Skywalker and Obi-Wan Kenobi still fucking fought.
Yeah,
they like pushed hands and shit.
Like,
there was something really off about it. I don't know what it was. I don't know if they were trying to like introduce a new. First off, I got to be honest with you. I don't give one goddamn shit, one dirt nugget about the new generation of the Matrix people. I would never watch it if it's. Keanu Reeves is what brought me back, and like just even a small interest in it is the fact that he was going to reprise his role as Neo, and I wanted to see how they were going to tie up what happened in the third one. But that's it. Like if they try to go off on this, oh, we're trying to introduce a new generation and a new Morpheus and a new. It's like I don't give a shit. You guys have fun. You kids have fun.
I'm with you now. I've officially lost faith in the one. Like I think the Matrix story was amazing, and I think it was groundbreaking, and I think it's one of the greatest movies to ever exist in our time. And I just think that the story's been told now. Like I don't anything past that first movie. It's one of those movies, and I have a lot of faith in sequels and stuff. Like I'm always like, yeah, give us more. I just think that like, damn, y'all just keep doing the same shit. Like it's you got to come up with a new franchise at this point.
And and not and like you said, we had talked about is that there were some really good ideas that they could have expanded on and maybe gone in a different way that would have made this movie a lot more memorable and maybe put it up next to how good the first Matrix. I mean, maybe not, but I mean, it would have at least gave it like some kind of contending chance against the first Matrix. But they just wound up going in the circles again, and then. Look, when you rehash characters, when you rehash certain scenarios, and again, if you don't, and I said this before, if you don't walk the tight line, what you wind up getting is you just get like it just feels like a lazy piece of writing that because you didn't have anything new to say, you just like, well, let's just go back to what worked, and then people will shut their mouth and eat their popcorn.
And they bent over backwards, dude. Like it felt like the entire movie. You got to ask, like, why does this movie exist? The entire point of the movie was just to explain to you how they could make a Matrix 4 happen. Like the entire movie was just explaining why.
Yeah, I'm happy because I didn't know either. Because only after the third one, it's like, well, fuck.
Yeah, but it takes them 2.5 hours to make you to explain. Here's how Matrix Resurrections is happening. Now, I do love how fucking meta it is. That's fun because they go. I mean, specifically mentioning certain things that you would never expect them to actually mention in the movie.
Well, I mean, it's not really giving. I mean, they literally mention Warner Brothers.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah,
yeah. So it's not like
And just the fact, and I love that. For me, there was some real new nightmare elements in this thing. Like I really enjoyed that. That was cool. And then, like I said, there's stuff I liked in the movie. It just feels pointless as a whole. And then they were not progressive at all with the special effects or the cinematography. The whole thing looks like a video game, which is ironic if you know the story. It looks like a video game. The cinematography looks semi-fake-ish. Just, I can't tell if it was a step forward or a step backward, and I'm pretty sure the special effects were a huge step backward.
I feel like the whole movie was, I think it was 100 steps back, because I think you had the opportunity to improve on what you failed in at Matrix 3 and 2, and you didn't do it. Yeah. So now what you've done is essentially rewrite the story of the first one in an attempt to make a new thread line that goes somewhere else. And I think what you've done is taken what was like your legacy in the first film and kind of like peed on it a little bit. You peed on it, and then you smelled it, and then you try to sell it.
Kind of feels like a made-for-TV version of a remake of The Matrix.
Yeah, that's closer to the truth. It does feel like a fan film. Like there was a lot of fan filmish ideas, or like how not the way they shot it. I mean, obviously these people are skilled at their jobs. I'm just saying, like, it does feel very fan filmish in certain parts of the movie. And you're like, yeah, if I were on Reddit or Pinterest or whatever, you would maybe see these like, oh, what if Neo did this, or what if this happened? That would never make it to screen. It was just on the computer that you're reading, because if you saw it on screen, you'd be like, this is dumb. Overall, man, I mean, the good news is if you have an HBO Max subscription, you get to watch it at home for free, and that's that's a bonus. Because I mean, to be honest with you, I'm glad that I didn't pay money to see this in the theater. Like that's 100% facts.
Yeah. And I'll say this to end it off too. Like, I understand that our opinion seems like it's going to be a minority opinion. If you look at the reviews and what people are saying online,
we just keep it real, dog, 24/7, 365 days a year. You know what I'm saying?
So I just want to say, and whoever's really angry has already commented all their angry comments. But I just want to say, if you're mad about what we're saying here, these are just our opinions on the movie. Again,
is it really getting that good of press?
So far, what I've seen, it is. Yeah. But like, I honestly feel like I don't like movies to get torn apart and shit on either. But I kind of feel like like we let movies get away with a lot more shit than we used to. Like there's threads of this movie that I really like.
Yeah.
But I feel like some people are gonna be like, those little threads made it a great film. And I'm like, no, there's like 17 bags of shit we gotta sort through to get this golden nugget, you know?
Yeah.
And we both gave it a positive score. But all I'm saying is, like, if you liked it, that's awesome. I'm glad you liked it. I want everyone to love it. If I could have my druthers, you and I would feel how we feel, but everybody else in the world would have the greatest time in the world with it, you know?
Yeah, they're just opinions, God. They're like assholes. Everybody has one. I mean, I mean, and we didn't enjoy it, but if you sat through it and you really thought it was the most magical thing on earth that you've ever seen, next to discovering how you jack off, and that feels good, then that's good for you, and I'm happy for you. But
it's
at the same time, man,
moment.
Yeah, well, and like I said, it's a matter of perception. But I got to be honest, because when I was watching it, and I'm like, you know what it is? Because I already started feeling it, that gut feeling, like, man, this kind of sucks. Like I got that gut feeling, and I was trying to fight it. It was like indigestion. I was trying to fight it.
To the halfway point, and then I
drink some Pepto-Bismol, and I'll be ready to go at it. I'm not gonna go that toilet right now.
I started getting that urge to reach for my phone halfway through, and I was like, damn it.
Yeah, it was kind of like that. And then I was like, maybe I just need to go back and watch it again, because I was like, maybe that's what it is. I'm not grasping it. And then when it was over, I'm like, no, I got it. It still sucks. It's creamy shits. Because I don't know. Yeah, look, that's a hard movie to follow up on. The Matrix is maybe the hardest movie to follow up on. Even like Scream would be the next one to really follow up on that originality and come up with something completely new and something that's going to shock audiences and get everybody to be like, holy shit, this franchise is back.
Only a couple weeks away.
I know, but this one is not it. That's not it for you, dog. Like, I don't know. I mean, they tried. The Wachowskis tried, and ultimately, I think they, to us anyway, I think they did an above average job, but it's still a above average, just barely above average movie.
Yeah, and still, just because I love the first act, it's still my second favorite sequel. But yeah, and by the way, if you're wondering what to do for 3 fucking weeks or whatever it is until Scream comes out, let me tell you about a little guy I know. He's called Patreon. All right. And we got one. All right. You guys, I thought I had one over here. I guess I don't. But we got packages on our Patreon that you're going to want to pickle pepper. Okay. We do movie reviews for you. We send out old school Hollywood video blockbuster cards with your name on it, the date that you joined, to your house. Signed photos of either me and Jay or Michael and Loomis, signed with a personalized note on the back. One of our characters, Loomis, Chalice, whoever the fuck you want, Leatherface, Slender Man, will make you a personal video about whatever topic you want and send it to you. We will do a movie review of your choice for you.
And we'll come we'll come sit at you or sit in your homes with you on a Sunday and eat your food and watch football if you want.
We will split bowls of cereal and share underwear with you if you join our Patreon. Just take a look-see at all this stuff. I think we offer some pretty good goddamn shit. So the link below is down there for that.
And
check
also,
out this.
Not to mention that we have once a month we all hang out. Like we do some crazy ass goddamn shit. It's alive, and we have a chug contest if you're of age. We have a chug contest where we all get together and we drink some brewskis and we talk a little bit, and then we have a good time. We sing songs about the man and the myth and the legend of the rock and roll gods that came down from the earth one night, and then they blessed us with all rock and crazy shit.
Yeah, we literally
people
break out a guitar.
Weed, there's LSD, people tripping off balls. Somebody got arrested one time.
Someone did, and one dude pooped.
Yeah, one dude was pooping.
We didn't have to see his poop.
It was the most epic thing I've ever seen. Yeah, he didn't show us his shit. It wasn't like we were hanging out with Johnny Knoxville. Or
Those
Steve-O,
live streams are fucking weird, man. They're
I like them,
and they're beautiful. But the list of names you're about to see are all people who have experienced that, and they're wonderful people, and it's what keeps this channel fucking going. Check that out in the link down below, guys. Hey, we love your fucking faces. We hope you guys enjoyed this movie, even though we didn't.
That's it.
You motherfucker.
And I am running for president in 2020.
What?
You heard Logan Paul's apparently running.
Oh, fucking God.
I swear to God, he announced his candidacy. What a piece of poop.
Fuck.
Yeah.